Peace, guys, and welcome back to another Urban Eating After Hours with your host, Terran Lewis. So, today we're going to be doing a little bit of a runoff from our last episode where I was talking about how you can switch up your regimen and how I switched mine up recently when my skin was going through some things. And so instead of using my tea tree and turmeric cleanser that I love to use every day, I was using a different cleanser, one that I've read about in several books before, and one that I heard that was really effective for cleansing the skin, using several herbs that I love and know to soothe the skin. And so that is what they call miracle cleansing grains, what I know it to be called. But it's really just a mix of like oatmeal as your base, roses, some lavender, chamomile, and then I like to add some flax seeds to mine as well. But the basis of it is you're gonna use those soothing herbs such as the lavender, the chamomile, and the roses, all which are good for soothing the skin, for calming the skin during its inflamed times, or if it's super sensitive to many different herbs. Your skin can be sensitive to essential oils as well, so even it can be sensitive to fragrance oils too, so just kind of using things that are fragrance free but still getting the aromas, using those aromatic flowers such as lavenders and roses that still help to heal the skin and help to aid with soothing and calming the skin. Oatmeal is the base of it because it is another soothing herb. It helps with inflammation, and then not only that, but oatmeal is also it's a mucilage. It's a mucilage, so it helps to coat the skin, and it also helps to create a protective barrier so that your skin doesn't lose any additional water, and then it also just helps to protect the skin from outside factors as well. And not only that, but it also contains saponins. So saponins are naturally occurring chemicals within various herbs, and oats happen to be one of them, where if it combines with water, it actually lathers up. So it's a natural, that's why you can use this as a natural cleanser. It'll actually act as a soap as well. So today what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna blend some of these together and show you how you can just make a natural cleanser with some of the things that you have in your kitchen. Say if you have oatmeal in your kitchen, or you use like flax seeds or chia seeds or hemp seeds, you can use those. I prefer flax seeds because they're also like a mucilage, so they help to just soften the skin and help to coat the skin just like oatmeal. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that together. I got my mortar and pestle. I have oatmeal, roses, lavender, some chamomile buds, and also flax seeds. And I'm just using a little 2 teaspoons. And then I'm gonna use the majority oatmeal, so I'm gonna actually do that first. And I like to use like some big heaping teaspoons of oatmeal since that's my base. And actually, I'm not gonna add the flax seeds since this is already milled. But if you're using whole flax seeds, then you can add them to this and also mix those up. So I'm only gonna use about 1 teaspoon of the chamomile. That's gonna be about half of that. 1 teaspoon of the roses. And 1 teaspoon of the lavender. I got this lavender wild crafted. And when you're looking for your certain herbs that you're using for your skincare, you want to make sure that it's as organic as possible, that you're familiar with the source of where you're getting it from. Like this lavender I actually received from somebody who grew the lavender, so that's why I kept all the stems in there too, just because the stems were very aromatic, and it was a wild crafted herb, so I wanted to use the stems too. Okay, so I got all of those guys in there, looking like that, a nice little floral blend. And so now I'm gonna grind this up to become like this powder in a sense, but I still kind of want it to be a little bit rough, because not only is this going to be good for cleansing, but it's also going to be good for doing like a slight exfoliation as well. And so you don't want it, even when you're exfoliating can be like very harsh on the skin, so this is nice to have something that's like nice and soothing. So I'm gonna give this a little stir, just grinding it up. And if you have a coffee grinder or a spice grinder at home, then you can use a spice grinder, and it'll mix it up really quickly. I know some people don't like to use spice grinders because it actually introduces heat into the mix, into the blend. And this way is just kind of like that old-fashioned folk way, and just the way to kind of put some intentions into your herbs, and to just really connect with your concoction that you're making for yourself. All right, so it's getting pretty much ground up. And like I said, it can be slightly rough. You see it's more powdered around, but using the grinder is definitely gonna help it. Good oat grind. So you guys might be familiar with like oat flour and oat milk. You can use so many different parts of the oat. There's oat straw, oat tops. All right, so this is a pretty good consistency for me right here. Typically I would probably grind it up a little bit more, but this is good. And then so the way that you would use this is, let me make sure my sink is on. It's on. All right, so the way that you would use this is you would just take about a little teaspoon, enough to cover your face. I'm not putting this on my face, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can use it. So you would just take like enough in your hand to lather up your face, and you would just put a little bit of water in there. A little bit more. And rub it into your hands, and then you would put it onto your face. So what I wanna show you guys is how you see this like milky consistency that's coming off of there. So it's just a nice gentle cleanser. It doesn't have a significant lather like we're used to with most soaps, but it's gentle enough to cleanse your skin. You can see it's forming a film over my hand. So just even kind of showing how it works on my hands. But you could put it onto your face as an exfoliant. And it is messy, so you want to do it over the sink for sure. But I'm gonna just show you guys on my hands how it looks. Rub it in. You could even use this as a hand scrub. And you can massage it into your skin. When you apply it to your skin, just massage it in and allow it to do the work. And then you just rinse it off with lukewarm water. Rinse it off with lukewarm water. And then just pat your skin dry. So it's the same way that you use a cleanser, with applying it to your skin, rinsing it off, and then patting your skin dry. Now after that, it's totally up to you if you feel like you need to use a moisturizer and what kind of moisturizer you need to use depending on how your skin is feeling. Or you can just continue to go on without a moisturizer if your skin feels good enough afterwards and the oats feel like they've done a sufficient enough job. All right, so thank you guys for joining me for another Urban Eating After Hours. Again, this is miracle cleansing rings that you can make at home using oatmeal, chamomile, lavender, roses, flax seeds. You can get creative and use other soothing things like aloe. You can add a little bit of oat milk yourself, but you pretty much create it once you add a little bit of water to that. So I just wanted to show you guys a nice simple cleanser that you can use for yourself, something that's sensitive and soothing enough for all skin types. All right, so thank you for joining me for another Urban Eating After Hours. Peace.